Good evening, Dirty Water Dispatch and Top Fan Rivalry supporters and followers and all of the above. It is time every other Wednesday. Lesley and I, obviously, we hit it up live. When the season starts, we're going to be doing it a lot more. Maybe every week, maybe every day. Who knows, right? Lesley loves live. She has this expectation in life that she needs to be on more lives.
I think anybody who knows me knows that is 100% false, but it's fine.
So welcome to
I
the
have
hour
my
long show.
anxiety candy ready to go.
we yeah, exactly. We have an hour long show tonight, and we're going to feel free to put your comments in the comment box and or feel free to ask questions anytime now. Jonna will be joining us. She's our guest for tonight, and when she joins on, we'll have plenty of questions. She's done a lot of fun stuff, and it'll be fun. Before we get to that, though, if you're looking for exposure for your business, whether it's a small business or large business, please feel free. Please feel free to reach out to us. But as for right now, we are going to. There's Jonna. That's right. We're going to mention two sponsors that Top Fan Rivalry has, and they're. Lesley, finish the sentence for me. You ready?
Oh gosh.
America runs on
Dunkin'.
That's right. So we want to thank Dunkin' Donuts in the Inland Empire in Southern California for their sponsorship, as well as Handel's Ice Cream. I mean, we're talking health food right here, Jonna. We're talking ice cream and donuts. Does it get any better?
It does not, especially when you're feeling a little blue like me today.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly. Well, the comments are up, and feel free to ask any questions. We will get. We'll introduce Jonna here in a second, and we will get to all of your questions at some period tonight. But let's enjoy this, since for those of you that are learning more about this specific show, this is where Lesley and I talk about Dodgers, America's team. I'm sure Jonna's going to have some issue with that, so I'll probably stay away from that.
Absolutely not. Yeah, no, one of us are big fans of that one.
Boston. She's a Boston fan, and then we'll have guests on. I mean, obviously, Lesley was outdone by a team in LA by like 4 wins this year. I mean, 23 World Series appearances. I don't know, Lesley. It can go on and on and on, right? She says, I was nice to you, though. I had a black shirt, my black Top Fan Rivalry shirt, and I wasn't going to want or wear it because I didn't want to look like I was taking sides. And then the shirt I was going to wear was red, and I'm like, no, can't do that either. Yeah. So I went with the blue shirt, but yep.
Pink because it's Wednesday. On Wednesdays we wear pink.
There you go.
That's right, girl. I don't have my pink on, but I love that little line.
Yeah.
Listen, I was going to wear my pink too, but I decided to, hold off, right? I mean, I had a pink hat and everything. It was just going to be fantastic. Lesley, I mean, Lesley, when it comes to Dodgers and Red Sox, that the Dodgers are the superior team, right? You understand that, right?
Absolutely not. No.
Why not?
Who won again in 18?
She goes back to 18. I'm going to go back to. I'm going to quote my friend Janet Jackson. What have you done for me lately? Ooh. Awesome.
We had a few off years. There was a couple hiccups in like Dynasty in Boston the last couple of years, but we're back on track. So.
That's what they all say. You guys have done a tremendous job in the off season. All the signings that you guys have had, I've been able to keep up with everything you guys have been doing.
I'm hoping there's something more that we're not finding out yet. Honestly, Bres, if you're listening, do something, man.
There you go. Well, let's introduce Jonna since she's on the show tonight. Jonna, let me tell you a little bit about her, and then I'm going to tell you a little bit about what she's accomplished. First of all, Jonna not only is a huge Yankees fan, but she has become a very good friend to not only Top Fan Rivalry, but in the community of baseball. She's done amazing things. Obviously, a lifelong Yankees fan, which began at birth, and she'll tell you a little bit about that. She truly took hold of it during a broken bat that she received from Buck Showalter at age 6, just before the Yankees 1990s dynasty. She turned that passion into a career in sports media during or following a volunteer experience during the 2021 All-Star Week. Since then, she has become a baseball content lead for On New Jersey Sports, founded by Babes Media, to amplify women's voices in baseball and achieve milestones, including having her baseball story published in a book covering the College World Series and most recently the MLB winter meetings. So, Jonna, thank you so much for joining us. I am so excited to have you on the live again.
I'm so excited to be here. I love joining Fan Rivalry. And Lesley, it's really nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
Love meeting the other baseball babes. So I'm happy to be here.
Yes, that's one thing. Amber actually was joking about this, Jonna. You're gonna laugh, but Amber was joking about something the other day to me, and she was telling me something about how recently she even had somebody tell her, "Why doesn't Top Fan include more women?" I'm like, pay attention.
Yeah, no kidding.
Look around you. I'm outnumbered.
Well, about that.
So I'm just gonna send them to you ladies to defend us, okay?
We got you. We got it.
So a portion of this show, I want to get everybody to know Jonna. She is absolutely amazing. She's got amazing Yankees stories. But let's talk a little bit about the offseason so far. Jonna, how do you feel the Yankees have done so far in the hot stove portion?
I feel like I'm probably feeling about like Lesley is feeling, which is very unimpressed, I guess. I don't know. I don't even know. That's a terrible word to even use. Like, it's like that doesn't even scratch the surface of how I feel. It's like, what is happening?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Yeah. Oh, it's terrible. It's terrible right now.
Yeah.
Well, it could be worse. You could be a fan of the team in Queens where everybody's just doing a mass exodus, right? Kind of close turn off the lights and shut the door when you leave.
I mean, or yeah, like I could also just take it back to 2024 if I really want to go that route. I could go root for my 2024 squad over there.
Yeah, that was a very, very good team.
Taking all our seconds. It's really fun.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I don't know.
Lesley, you're up. Do you have a question for Jonna?
I do. So off season, are there any free agents you're hoping to snag that haven't been snagged already? I guess is the question.
Yeah, I mean, it's so wild how many like big free agents are still on the market, right? Like it's actually crazy to me.
Yeah.
Including some that like we're not even talking about a lot that you're forgetting about. But you know, I really would love to bring Cody Bellinger back. He was great with us. He, not everyone can make it in the Bronx, and he was incredible. He had a great season. I would love to have his versatility defensively as well. So yeah, Cody Bellinger. I would also, we're eyeing pitchers, right? Like that's been the big talk of the town. We need a starter. We need some bullpen pieces, which I don't know that there are a lot of bullpen pieces on the market, but I'd like to maybe swindle some trades. I don't even know who I would want in the bullpen at this point. But as far as starters go, I mean, there's a lot of talk about Amai, which I like because he made a comment about how somebody just needs to take the Dodgers down. And I love that energy. I love I like that energy. I feel like that's we could use that attitude here. So I would like to have him, but I would also welcome a reunion with Michael King.
Michael King's hot on everybody's list, but I'll tell you, I don't know that I love that take the Dodgers down thing. I almost yelled, Lesley, I almost yelled, cut. That's not your line. You're supposed to say we're going to Disneyland or something like that. I don't know. Yeah,
we can't cut because you're making me do a live. So
Michael King is a hot prospect, though. He's a very hot. I shouldn't say prospect. He's a very hot commodity that people are looking for. Now that Dylan Cease is off the market, going to Toronto, a lot of good players there. So
yeah,
it's
okay.
This current. I'm well. Yeah, we gotta. I want arms too. I desperately need a number 2 behind Crochet and really Bres, anything. Just do something at this point. I can't even.
I think you put that on X, didn't you, or something like
Yes,
that?
yes, I did. Just
Did I
feel
see
it in
that?
my soul at this point. Just do something, something, anything.
I got a message from an Astros fan the other day, and they said every time my phone buzzes with an ESPN alert, I'm nervous that the Astros have gotten rid of somebody. I was, you're fine. You're fine.
Yeah, yeah. You do get nervous. I mean, we're going to make the wrong trade.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I'm nervous. When you have Roki, Shohei, Yamamoto, Glasnow, and Snell as your starting 5, I'm nervous that that's just not good enough. Look at Jonna. She's like, that's.
I cannot.
Jonna's like,
No.
looking good. Can I reach through this camera here and just grab Bill's throat? How does that work? Do I have to do it this way or this way? Anyways, so Jonna, next question. In your opinion, this is going to be fun because might poke the bear on Lesley a little bit. But Jonna, in your opinion, who's the best team in the American League East?
I mean, it's not controversial because it's neither of our teams right now. So I'm going to be completely honest, transparent, and unbiased here. It's the Toronto Blue Jays.
Okay.
And anyone who thinks otherwise just doesn't know ball.
Okay. And if it wasn't the Toronto Blue Jays, who would it be?
Well, okay, so neither team has done anything, right? So, I mean, we beat them in the AL, yes. So, or not the ALDS, the freaking.
If I'm not mistaken, one team's won like 28 Worlds. I don't remember. I don't know what. I maybe I misread that someplace. I don't know. Did I read that someplace, Lesley?
I don't know where you're getting your facts, Bill. Fake news. I don't know.
It's really honestly tough to say at this point. Like, we were very neck and neck all year. We were very, very neck and neck at the end of the season.
We both had very roller coaster season, so it's tough call. But obviously, the Jays are the best in the AL right now.
Honestly, like maybe it's the Orioles. I don't know.
Orioles have done a lot in the offseason.
They have, yeah.
I'm curious if they can pitch because they can now hit between Henderson, Adley Rutschman, Polar Bear, and Taylor Ward. They can hit now. It's just can they pitch?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Lesley, do you have
our rotation is lethal if it's healthy.
That's true.
If Garrett Cole comes back healthy and strong, I mean, you've got Cole, Rodon, Schlittler, obviously.
Good old.
It could be.
I think Cam.
Freed.
I think if Cam goes out to dinner in the Bronx, he's not having to pay. That's what I'm going to guess. What do you think?
Oh yeah, he's our little baby. We love him.
Yeah. He Connecticut boy too, right? Or Massachusetts or something.
He's a Mass.
He's a Mass boy.
Okay.
We're not really claiming him
He's
anymore.
a Bruins fan.
He's out. He's out of the contest.
He did the wrong thing that one time. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. So speaking of that, Lesley, do you have any thoughts about or any questions for Jonna in regards to some of her player or some of your players that I don't know. I always like that.
I mean, like, are there certain players that you want to pick up, and who would you be willing to trade off to get those people?
I mean, obviously, if there was a situation where we could get like Skubal or Skeens, then I mean, I'm giving them whatever the hell they want.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Literally.
Well, what's a contract extension one? And you're $80 million plus a free suite like one Soto sign. Here we go.
There we go.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I feel kind of
Yeah.
the same way. You get me the right pitcher, especially that I'm after.
Right?
Who do you want? Let's go. That's pretty. Yeah.
So
If I could get Bobby Witt Jr. and just like trade Volpe over, I mean, really anyone they want, I would do that as well. But obviously that's never happening.
Bobby Witt, yeah.
We got to do something about our shortstop situation. But
Do you
I don't think
need
they're
a third
going.
baseman?
What's that?
Do you need a third baseman?
No, we do not.
Okay, because I hear that Alex Bregman's available.
Well, he's probably going to the D-backs.
Yeah, the D-backs are in on him. And we just extended Ahmed Rosario. So I feel like that's their plan. I think they're going to platoon him with Ryan McMahon.
Okay.
We have an influx now of them. So it's like, what do we do? Unless we're handing all of them over.
Right.
Somewhere. But yeah.
So Lesley, if you could go back in history, I'm sorry, John, if you could go back in history, let's say you could go way, way back in history and you could pick 2 or 3 Red Sox players that you would want on the Yankees that would have made the Yankees better, or now, let's say they were in their prime now, you could go back and
I mean,
who might
I
be
would
2 or 3 Red Sox that you would take?
Okay. I mean, who wouldn't take Poppy, right? Who wouldn't take Poppy? And now seeing his dynamic with A-Rod and Jeter, can you imagine those guys in the same clubhouse?
Mm-hmm.
No.
He'd have to stop saying the Yankees lose, but yeah.
Yeah, no more the Yankees lose, but we're still losing in the or in the off season, so it's fine.
There was a great, I think it was a Nesson commercial back in the day during the height of the rivalry. And Posada's sitting at the table with Poppy, and he's trying on, he has the hat that he never wears because he's catcher, right? So he never had to wear the ball cap necessarily. And so like, what's wrong with this cap? Oh my gosh, it's brand new. You need to break it in. And so Poppy's like breaking it up and putting it on his head. And Wally, the green monster mascot, walks by and drops all the binders. So upset. It's just, you don't understand. It's one of my favorite old commercials, honestly.
There was an older ESPN commercial with Poppy, wasn't there?
It could have been an ESPN commercial. I don't remember. Maybe. ESPN or Nesson. It was one of them.
Yeah.
I would take no more now. I would take no more now. I would not have taken him. I would never trade out Derek Jeter, but I would take him now. I would take, I mean, who else? Obviously, Ted Williams. Who wouldn't take him?
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't, right?
Who wouldn't take Ted Williams?
There's
a lot. There's a lot, but we did take one. We took one big one, one pretty big one.
Couple actually, but
the babe.
Yeah. I was going more recent, but yes, you did. So
for a theater, like literally a theater, right? Like, wasn't that what it was over?
Yeah.
No, Nanette. Yeah.
What was it?
No, Nanette or something like that. Was
Yeah.
A play that failed.
Mm-hmm.
So Mikey just mentioned in the comments, that's the other one that I would take is Jim Rice.
Yeah.
Jim Rice was great. What about Dewey Evans? Take Dewey Evans.
There's so many, Bill.
There's a lot, Bill. And I'm sure a lot the other way too, right?
Oh, for sure.
I want to know what Leslie's answer is, like the other way around.
You know, I'll tell you, the one that you wanted so bad at the time that really worked out in our favor not to get was A-Rod. Because at the time we were so like, oh my gosh, you know, this is going to be the greatest thing ever. And then, you know, it just didn't happen. And I think we were like, here we go again, right? And it wasn't really until about half point through that season that we kind of said, you know, this might work out, might not. And then by the time we got to the postseason, you know, that was most stressful time of my life, honestly. But like, yeah, I don't know. So not A-Rod, but I mean, it's kind of the same way. It's sort of a limitless list of people you would have taken back in their prime.
Yeah.
to be on the Sox. I mean, so
Yeah.
Yogi
They
It's
Berra.
always the answer both ways, I think.
yeah, for sure.
I agree. Yogi Berra would have been great to take, right? Mickey Mantle, Joey D, all those guys.
Oh yeah.
But even Boomer, right? Even David Wells when he pitched for the Yankees, whether he showed up half drunk or whatever and pitched a perfect game, or I mean whatever that play was for him, but man, he pitched well. David
Yeah.
Cone as a Yankee,
David
Jimmy
Cone.
Abbott as a Yankee.
Yeah. Coney would have been a good addition to your rotation at that time.
Yeah. I'm still concerned about our starting rotation for 26, but
You know, Bill, no one feels sorry for you in this. No one, not one person.
You see how quickly Lesley jumped on that, right? I mean, come on.
Darn it, you have the best, honestly, starting lineup probably of all time. So I'm not really feeling that bad for you right now.
I'm just trying to lower expectations so that we don't have somebody thinking that we're going to win 162 out there. Right? Maybe 159.
No.
As Jonna squirming in her chair going, why did I get up for this? Why did I do this? This guy's crazy.
Yeah.
Why did I do this?
Oh, never.
Okay, before we get to the next segment of the show, Jonna, we've got a little extra time. So I know we've done this. You and I have done this. But Lesley may or may not have heard some of this. But do you want to take a couple minutes and tell everybody where you were just at and the experiences and some of the feelings? Unless you're tired of talking about it.
Oh, no, never. I don't know how they chose me for the MLB winter meetings, but they did. And yeah, it was a dream to be there. It was really wild, like passing Jeff Passan in the hallway. And it was so funny. Like I was looking back at some of the videos that I had taken, and I was doing a virtual, a tour of the place. Kind of our Mets writer who was with me was filming me, and behind me here comes like Jeff Passan and Joe Girardi and John Heyman, and it's just like crazy. It was very surreal to watch that back and be like, oh yeah, like they were just walking past me. That was a normal thing that happened there. But yeah, I felt it was hard to come back to reality this week. I'll say that.
Yeah. So I watched several of your videos, and I love a lot of your pictures that you were there, and it was awesome. You had said something on our live. You said that they kept calling you like the Jersey Girls, right?
Yeah.
I wanted to know.
Pat Murphy dubbed us the Jersey Girls, and that was amazing.
I want to know if you like responded to him and said, "Hey, how you doing?" Or something like that. Did some type of Jersey thing, forget about it or something.
We should have just been like, forget about it, but we definitely, I don't know. It was crazy. It was really cool. He, as most people know that about Pat Murphy, he just does such a good job of making people feel welcome in his presence. And so I was like, I want to sit in on his press conference because, everyone knows that he has all the media people introduce themselves at the beginning. And so it was just cool to actually get to participate in that. And the way that he remembers things about everyone that was, there is just remarkable, really. He's a great guy. So.
Yeah. I could not wait to get you on because it was just an epic story. I was loving it as you were telling it to me. I'm not a big crowd person. I've done so many, what do you call those things? Like trade shows and stuff like that in my career that I try to shy away from them, but I was living vicariously through your eyes. And I was thinking, man, that would be fun. Oh, that would be fun. Oh, that would be fun. Right.
I mean, it's just so wild too. Like you're in the middle of this hotel and there's a big bar like along the back wall. And then over on the left-hand side is where they have the check-in like to the hotel, and there's like Disney people walking through, like who had just because it was at Disney World. There's like just tourists walking through, but then it's also the MLB Network stage is set up in there, and these people have no clue what's going on because they don't know baseball. I'm just like, a lot of them, I'm sure, are just like, who are these people? And then, you know, like we're just having a shot over at the bar, and then here comes, you know, Brian Cashman like rushing through, and it's just very surreal, like to be just, I don't know.
Did you walk over to Cash and say, "What's up, Cash? How you doing?" We're the Jersey
I
girls.
stood there and I was trying to get his attention, and we definitely locked eyes a few times. I was waiting there to talk to him, but you know, like this, I saw this happen quite a few times with the Yankees, with the Mets, with, you know, some of those bigger market teams. I saw this happen several times where a GM or a manager would be talking to people in the hallways, and here would come, you know, the PR directors or whatever, just like, we got to get out of here. We got to get out of here. You know, they don't want them like leaking anything or saying anything. So they're like always looming and just pulling them out of situations very quickly. So that was a really interesting thing to witness.
Playing it safe.
Yeah. I mean, especially the Yankees, and it's like they're so tight-lipped about everything. It's just like.
So Lesley, one of yours and my favorite people, Jonna sent me a picture of. She didn't get a chance to talk to him, but being a Yankees fan, Jonna is a huge fan of Dave Roberts. I mean, especially as a player, right, Jonna?
Hey, respect to him, honestly. I can't hate him at all. Like, there's just certain people I can't respect.
Yes. I was telling Jonna that Mikey Bleeds Blue, who's on here listening, he and I have a lot of the same mutual Dodger friends, and there are still people in that crazy group that are talking about firing Dave Roberts. And I'm thinking to myself, what does the man need to do? He's been to 3 World Series and won 3 World Series in the last 5 years. You know, since he's been a Dodger manager, he's been to like 6 World Series. What's this guy need to do? Does he need to win 162 and then sweep out the playoffs? I mean,
maybe he wants to come over to the Yankees. He's certainly welcome.
I was just gonna say, I mean, like, we'll welcome him somewhere on the Red Sox for sure. So, like,
right. Speaking of Red Sox, I did sit in on Alex Cora's press conference. He's very well spoken. It was really one I wanted to sit in on, and he definitely delivered. So yeah, that was cool. We would take him too off your hands if, you know, situation.
I don't think that's gonna happen. I don't think they're ever letting him go. So yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
He's one of the best in the game.
I think Alex has got a solidified job as long as he wants it.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know that would have been the case necessarily. I mean, it still would have been, but if they hadn't made it to the postseason this last year, but they did. And that, you know, it was funny because we all were saying, as long as they make it to the postseason, it doesn't even matter. And then, of course, we won that one game. It was like, we won it all. We won everything. Like, let's go. But yeah, we were really happy. I mean, especially after the last few years that they did that. And
oh, that's awesome.
Alex Cora, I mean, love him or hate him, he does have that effect to get us there. So
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Okay, so
that reason.
So a couple things for everybody that's watching right now. Feel free to put questions in the comment section. We're going to answer them after we do this segment here. Lesley and I are going to spend with our guest every time we do a show. Mind you, we're going to do one every other week until the season, and then during the season, we'll probably do once a week on Wednesdays. But we're going to have a section about halfway through called Side B. For those of you that are old enough to remember, which is unfortunately all 3 of us on here, we all remember cassette tapes, and the best songs were on side A, but on side B, you always found a hidden gem, right? So if you remember the old Bobby Brown album called Don't Be Cruel, side B, the first song was My Prerogative, or no, I'm sorry, Every Little Step. So people know these songs, but you know, they weren't always the best songs. So we're going to do a little rewind right now, and the ladies and I are going to tell you about 1 or 2 experiences that we either witnessed or saw on repeat, something taking us back to the 80s or 90s. So going back as much as 45 years all the way through the present. ladies, I'm going to let you start out on side B. Lesley, we'll start with you since you're co-hosting. And then we'll go to Jonna, and then I'll finish up.
We talked about this earlier. The thing that keeps popping into my head, and I think it's because I'm going down to Florida next month for the Red Sox fantasy camp stuff.
Is that before or after you come to Newport?
It would be after.
Okay, that's how I just picture. Jonna said she doesn't want to come to Newport because she's too afraid that I'll spill Dodger juice on her or something, right? And she can't come back.
Just to be fair, you know,
back home as a Yankees fan.
It's like me with Chiefs stuff. Get it off of me, get it off. Yeah, so I kept thinking about, because I got to meet him last year, was Dennis Oil Can Boyd, and I just, you know, they were like, "Do you know who that is?" And I said, "Well, of course I know who that is." Who doesn't know who that is? And so it was really cool to meet him, but at the same time, I was like, you kind of broke my heart on that one. You know, I mean, he didn't play Game 7 for certain reasons. And so, like, does the whole thing change? Do we get there and all that? But that was kind of the thing that kind of popped into my mind when we were talking about it, like 80s. And I was so excited. And I know I've told this story a million times if you listen, but my parents just were like, they're not going to mess this up. We're going to wake the kids up. It's going to be great. They're going to witness Red Sox World Series and all this. And then, of course, that didn't happen. And I was heartbroken and distraught for weeks and all this. But Oilcan is one of the nicest people I've ever met in my entire life. And it was a real treat to get to meet him down there. And so I look forward to seeing him this January as well. So
I love that. And I've heard that story offline from Lesley before, and I just absolutely love that. And you're right. I
like just the nicest guy in the whole.
That story, the guy that I feel the worst for is Bill Buckner. He had a great career, and nobody remembers his career with the Cubs or the Dodgers because all they remember is that one ground ball when he had bad knees. Like, give this guy a break. Give this guy a freaking break.
It was all forgiven later.
I hope so.
Minute, but, you know.
I hope so. All right, Jonna, side B, what do you got for us on the rewind?
I want to do some Yankees Red Sox ones.
Good.
But this isn't exactly like 80s, 90s. So
yeah,
hey, I asked the question. You go for it.
04, but he said 80s.
You know, like relevant to my life. This is like, you know, because I wasn't really around in the 80s. So, and we don't want to remember anything that happened in the 80s anyway for us, for the Yankees, really.
Oh, okay, for the Yankees. I was like, wait a second.
1988 didn't happen. So
1980, yeah, 86 for me, but yeah.
Okay, so what's one of your rewinds? Let's go, Jonna. What you got for me?
Okay, so I have a few, but Game 7 of the 2003 ALCS.
Remember, you don't like the manager.
One hit wonder moment is unforgettable. But I'll take it back to the 90s, and this is not a Red Sox story. Jim Leyritz, man, he sparked the 90s dynasty with his game-tying 3-run home run, Game 4 of the 1996 World Series against the Braves.
It's the Braves.
And that was, you know, we were down, what were we down? 3-0. We were down 0-3, right? Or no, 0-2. We were down 2 games. Games.
I know it wasn't 3.
Yeah, not 3. You're down 2 games. Oh yeah, you're right. They're like.
Leslie's like,
I know. It's only happened once.
There's only 27.
We're not going to talk about 2004. So that is a year that is forever blocked in my memory. But yeah, that was very painful. And I begged my mom to not go to school after the Red Sox beat us. I begged my mom. I was like, I have to stay home sick because I knew I just couldn't face the music of like all the boys that would give me crap at school. So anyway, 2004, out of my mind at this point. But yeah, Jim Leyritz, that really sparked it all for us.
You know, there's a funny thing, and I wish you could have been there for this conversation, Jonna. I'm having a conversation with a buddy of mine who who knows Jimmy pretty well. And Jimmy lives here in Southern California, by the way. And he had a little off the field incident in the 2000s that have shied a few people away from him. But my buddy calls me up and he says, hey, if you want to do an autograph session, Jim Leyritz. Now, immediately I think of 1996, and I think of his weird stance that he has at the plate and all this stuff, right? And so the location that we were going to have this autograph signing at, I tell this guy about this and he goes, who's Jim Leyritz? Well, maybe we won't do the autograph signing session here. Maybe we won't do it here with Jimmy. Maybe chirp, 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 chirp. And I told the guy, I said, if you're in Atlanta, they know him. They don't like him, but they know him. If you're in the Bronx, they know him. So if you're in Boston, they know him because everybody in Boston remembers everybody, Yeah, it was sad, Jonna. If you would have been there for the conversation, I'm sure you would have done exactly what I did. In my mind, I was like,
your jaw just dropped, like, what?
But I just kind of looked at him and said, all right. And I'm thinking in my mind, say something smart, and don't let it show on your face.
You do have the new baseball fans, though.
Yeah.
Like my niece, Addie. She's been learning a lot. She didn't know about hardly anything baseball, and then educated herself on the whole rivalry with the Yankees Red Sox. And I got a tweet from her when I was going out to my last game this year, and I know what's wrong with my theology teacher, and I'm like, question mark. She goes, Yankee fan. I'm like, oh gosh, I've taught you so well. I'm so proud right now.
Oh, you gotta pass that stuff on. I get it.
Yeah, but I mean, not everybody knows all the players. A lot of new fans.
Very true.
Which is good.
Very
We
true.
have new fans because the rest of us are all old and got to grow the game.
So my side B, ladies, is going way, way, way back. And it's something that I remember. I didn't experience it because it wasn't on TV unless you had a thing called On TV, which was the first generation basically of cable. It was a big box. You just turn the little knob and like you got 3 stations. Like the Dodgers showed 20 games a season. Like you got like movie channels on occasion. Like there would be like random movies on. And then anything after 9 o'clock, I wasn't allowed to watch on there because it was not good stuff. And so anyways, Jerry Royce, and the reason why I remember this is because of the story I'm going to tell you. Jerry Royce is supposed to start on April 9th, 1991. And he does not start. But this young 19-year-old Mexican kid starts an iconic revolution in LA. So Fernando Valenzuela starts opening day. And he ends up pitching, I wrote this down, he ended up pitching all 9 innings, only giving up 5 hits, walking 2 and striking out 5. For a 19-year-old that thought he was just going to go watch the game in the dugout, to come out and go crazy that day and effectively start an entire revolution for new Dodger fans. And there was a lot of tension because of where Dodger Stadium was built between the Latin culture and the Dodgers. If we had enough time and enough history lessons or vibes, we could explain that, but we're not going to. But yeah, that's mine. Because growing up in the 80s, being a kid in the 80s now, in 1991, I wasn't old enough to care. I was probably sucking on a popsicle, riding my BMX bike around with my buddies, hoping the streetlights never came on so I didn't have to go home.
Right.
But I remember hearing about it. And then all through the 81 season, 82, 83, it was Fernando Mania. Back then, women would like hop onto the field and run to the mound just so they could try to kiss him. And the security was
one lunatic. What was her name? She got like arrested a few times.
All the time. She got arrested all the time. I forget the name of the blonde gal. Yeah.
She was nuts.
What a wild time. Can you imagine? Can you honestly imagine anyone even trying that today?
Oh my God, I know.
We
would be tackled.
They had tackled.
They're like, just let her run down.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
I had totally forgot that that Jerry Royce was supposed to start that game until I was in high school. So fast forward a
Yes,
dozen years
Morgana.
later.
Sorry.
What's that?
Morgana. Her name
Oh,
was
Morgana.
Morgana.
That's right. Thank
Yes.
you, Mikey. Morgana. And so I'm in high school like a dozen years later, a little bit more than that. And I'm hanging out at a friend's house, and I'm hanging out at this girl's house waiting for my buddy to get there. I don't totally like this person. She's a little different. She's not my style of person, but my buddy is really into her. And so I'm doing the whole wingman thing. And we're talking about Dodgers. And randomly she goes, yeah, my uncle was supposed to start that game. I said, well, who's your uncle? And she says, Jerry Royce. And I'm like, so all of a sudden I'm like, hey, how you doing? You know, he's running a little late.
Yeah. Oh my God.
You know, all of a sudden
I know.
I'm like, okay, forget it. You know, he's running a little late. Don't worry about him. You know, call him up. I bet he still hasn't left his house yet. We got
Forget about him, is what
Anyways.
they would say on the East Coast. Forget about it.
Well, as the Jersey girls would say, forget about it.
Mm-hmm.
Right. All right, Lesley, we got through our first ever side B.
I know.
Those are gonna be fun.
Super fun. Gonna have to
So we'll-
like broaden the years for any younger guests because
Yeah. Yeah.
I will
I are like
say-
super old Bill. It doesn't mean
Yeah, it's you know what though? I'm not gonna lie to you ladies. I love 80s movies and I think 80s songs are awesome. And even if I wasn't a big fan of an 80s movie when it came out because I was too young, I still love them now. I mean, they're fun to watch, right? And
yeah.
there's a lot of them that you couldn't do or say the things that you say now, but you said back then and nobody was upset about it,
Yes.
Sure.
right? How about
Several RDJ movies that I wasn't allowed to see as a kid, which I've now gone back to watch. So
yeah, or Eddie Murphy movies?
oh yeah, definitely was not
Yeah,
allowed.
no on those.
No, that was not allowed in our house.
Can you imagine for 1 second if Saturday Night Live did another skit with Eddie Murphy playing Stevie Wonder and who was it? Joe Piscopo playing Frank
Yes.
Sinatra?
Right?
I mean, and they said stuff like, you know, he said stuff to Eddie Murphy's character like, "You're blind as a bat and I have sight." Can you imagine if you said that now? Like the show would be canceled. But we weren't so sensitive back then. I don't know.
This is true.
Right?
You could I feel like you could get away with a lot more back then than you even can now, honestly. Like I'll really throw it back for Bill because you know this is before both of our times, and before
Easy.
Bill's time before your time, I said. Laughing. I remember watching like the reruns on Nick at Night when I was a kid, and they used to, whenever they had the phone out, dial with their middle finger because
Yeah.
they the way with doing it. And I don't think you could even do that now. I think you'd be like censored. I don't think they'd let you see it. So, but they intentionally would, you know, be flipping the bird just so
Oh
they,
my gosh.
But
because they
How
do.
much
it.
Back then you're like,
Yeah.
how much fun is it to watch those old movies, even those 70s movies with the synthesizer and stuff like that, and the phone's on the wall and it's a rotary phone.
Oh,
And you need
yeah.
to show a millennial like that and say, hey, that was the phone. Well, where's the buttons to dial? Well, no, you had to
no,
and
you
then
dial
when you messed
that
up, oh crap, I got to start over. Hang up the phone, try to get 7. Oh man, I messed it up. Then try it again. And they had cords that were like 6 miles long, so you girls could go hide in your bedrooms and shut the door. And we guys are trying to call people, and we're getting busy signals.
I
Ours was
think
you
about-
walked around the door of the cellar, the basement, and
Oh, man.
you sit on the step, you know, with the phone to your ear and have your conversations with your girlfriends and all the things because you had the 1 or 2 house phones, right? So
Sorry.
Yeah.
I think about in the 90s growing up when like my neighbors, we never had one, but like a lot of people in the town I grew up in, the girls would have their own phones in their room and it would be in the phone book listed as teen line.
Yeah.
So like think about that now. Like, oh, let's call up some teen girls. You know, like no.
it wasn't even a thing. No one even thought about it, right? It was
I
just
Yeah.
know. It's crazy because think about that now. Like that would not be okay.
That would not
oh
be
my
okay.
gosh. Yeah.
So I'm going to take you back real quick. We're not done with side B, apparently. I'm going to take you back to a movie that came on the other day on TV, and I missed the beginning of it, but I always will watch it because I think it's funny. Is 16 Candles.
Oh,
And
Such a
Molly
good-
Ringwald's character had her own phone in her bedroom, and Grandma and Grandpa were sleeping in there. Remember, Jake tried to call at like 3 in the morning. Hey, is Samantha there? Who is this? I can hear you breathing. It's like that click.
oh my
Awesome.
gosh,
Yeah.
I love that movie.
16
Anything
Candles.
with Molly Ringwald was like the jam. That was like
Yes, mine was Breakfast Club was the one.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was the one.
Yeah.
Because of Emilio Estevez, I'm not gonna lie. That was it.
There you go. Celebrity crush number 1, apparently.
Yes, 100%.
To truth be told, Les, that when I'm working from home sometimes and I've got a bunch of stuff to do, I'll put on a movie in the background. That's one of my go-to movies
Yeah.
because it's just calm. I don't have to worry about a lot of things. You don't realize that the mom that plays Anthony Michael Hall's character is his actual mom.
I did not know that.
It's his actual mom, and that was a school that was abandoned, and they redid it because they didn't have the budget. So they redid the whole
It
set.
looked like what didn't look like my high school. My high school is a very beautiful Gothic style high school. But it looked like my middle school. That one looked like my middle school for sure. That mid-century modern kind of thing.
See,
yeah.
Out here in SoCal, everything's outside. We don't have, because we have like 2 seasons. We have summer and then like light summer, right? Yeah. So you can walk around, like the courtyard was like in the open. Like there's only one high school that I ever was around where there are classes you went to inside an actual building. And I felt like I was claustrophobic when I went over to that school. So different.
What a rough life, Bill.
Rough life. Okay, let's get back to baseball because we could talk movies all night, which I'm okay with if we want to do that. And we are doing that, as Lesley knows, and John, I think you know too. Tomorrow night, we have a Zoom when we have our holiday Christmas or holiday Zoom with the Top Fan community, where it'll just be on Zoom. We'll be on for an hour. We're going to talk about hot stove, not stove. We're going to talk about holiday songs and movies and all the things. And so well, plenty of time to talk about that stuff. But let's get back to baseball. Yes. What are some of the highlights from this last year? Is there any, for Jonna, for you particularly, was there any highlights that you had? And then obviously, Lesley, we'll talk about the 2024, 2025, and 2026 world champion Los Angeles Dodgers in a second, as well as the Red Sox. Why are you rolling your eyes? I didn't say anything funny.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was that out loud? Didn't mean
that. I'm just trying to set expectations of what the Dodgers are going to do this year.
Don't even say these things out loud.
There you go. Jonna, what stood out to you this year?
I mean, we had a lot of highlights, I think, that are like definitely overshadowed by the way things ended for us. But I mean, some things that emerged, Ben Rice, they did not see him as being an everyday player, I don't think, and obviously he was a guy that we could not keep out of our lineup. But that was why they brought Paul Goldschmidt in, right? And, in the end, it was Ben, and he's going to be our everyday first baseman moving forward. So that's pretty exciting. I think, obviously no one expected Trent Grisham to have the season that he had. That was a highlight. Cody Bellinger, I don't know that anyone expected him to have the season he had. So offensively, the Yankees were very good, and they led the league in several batting categories. So I think that was a highlight. That was great. Aaron Judge had a historic season. Probably, I think, arguably the best season of his career, even though things didn't end the way, we would have wanted them to. So, yeah, I think, Max Fried, he's been a real delight, and I'm excited to have him for another 7 years. But yeah, I think
19-5. Didn't he go 19-5 this season?
That sounds about right.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. He carried us, right? I think he was a highlight for sure. Yeah. It was sad that we didn't get to see him alongside Garrett Cole. So I'm really excited to see how that goes when we get him back and get him and Rodon and the 1-2-3 punch. That'll be exciting for us. But yeah, we had, I mean, Cam Schlittler, he emerged as well. So you just never really know what's going to happen and who's going to be your new excitement of the team. So
Yeah, you never can tell, Cam, for sure. And then, was there any surprises all throughout baseball, whether it's here or whether it's now or anything? Was there any surprises that stood out to you, John, this year?
just like across the league.
Sure, across baseball. We can talk
Okay.
about America's team. We can talk about the Dodgers winning, but I don't need to do that.
I think the Mets were a surprise to me because of how just it was a
It
disaster.
fell apart.
Yeah, how much they under-delivered was wild to me. That was a huge surprise. I think the Mariners were a delight. They were a surprise. I think how aggressive they were at their trade deadline was, I don't know, they were able to piece together a really good team. They were fun, and I'm excited to keep watching them, honestly. Yeah, I don't know. The Tigers had such a great season. The Brewers, they were a surprise to me too, I think. With they have a lot of young kids, and I don't know, they're fun. They had a historic season as well.
Yeah,
So,
big dumper.
Big dumper.
Yeah, the big
I'll
dumper.
throw the Reds in there as well, Bill, honestly.
Mhm.
Tito coming back, getting in the playoffs, though. Yeah.
I was very excited to see the Reds make the playoffs. I was not happy that they drew the Dodgers because I think they're a couple of years away from being true contenders. And this isn't me being a homer, but that was truly David and Goliath. You had really nobody on that Reds team that had really any playoff experience.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to put them in Dodger Stadium and say, go win. Right.
Yeah, that was so sad because it was just like, well, you know what's happening here, so no one's even tuning into this one, you know. But there were other exciting wild cards. There was so many exciting ones going on with rivals that it was just
I thought the postseason actually, sometimes you just automatically know who's going to win and all that. I really felt like this last year was a lot of fun to watch. I mean, no matter what team you were going for, because obviously I was out pretty early as a Red Sox fan, but it was so much fun to watch all of the games.
Oh my gosh, totally agree.
I mean, I'll watch it regardless, but I was teaching my young niece, like, oh no, you keep watching. You're not done watching just because
we're not done.
We're not done yet. We're going.
And we're gonna pull some all-nighters in there too.
Oh gosh. I mean, those are some of the best.
I mean, we had two of them this postseason. It was
anytime
awesome.
Brad Paisley apparently sings the national anthem, we're going to have an 18-inning game.
You told me that, Lesley. Did you know that, Jonna?
Yes, I did know that. I saw like a post going around about that after.
The homie is not allowed to sing ever again for the World Series. Never. Brad, we like you, man, but you're out.
Both of them Dodgers games.
America's team, yeah.
Yes.
Well, no, just the Dodgers, Bill. It's just the Dodgers. That's fine.
Okay.
Fine.
Ladies, is this a fair statement to make? Because I was getting, and I think both of you did this, where both of you at some point in the World Series were texting me and saying, this is a great series, yada, yada, yada. It was a great series to watch, but if you were a part of it, if either one of your teams were a part of it, it would be next level hellish until it was over. Is that a true statement?
To me, yes. I mean, like, if I had a horse in the race, it would have been terrible.
Yes.
But because I honestly didn't care that much who won, it was so much fun to watch. Jonna?
What do you think, Jonna?
I definitely form a new alliance. Like that's just like in my nature. And so I cling to somebody else. So right after the Yankees were out, it was like, okay, all right, Mariners, we're going to do this, right? Like we're doing this, right? So then I clung to the Mariners and then, I mean, that was a hard fought battle for them. Like actually the Tigers Mariners series, I wasn't so much invested. I was kind of like, I don't care either way. Like whatever team, whoever makes it through here is taking down the Blue Jays. And so that was really where I was at. I was kind of like, and then I kind of went back and forth and I was like, oh, Tigers, because they have a lot of former Yankees on the the Tigers. So I was kind of going for them, but then, yeah, that didn't work out. And that was a fun series, by the way. Like the Tigers Mariners series was awesome.
It was.
And then, yeah, after that, I was like, all right, Mariners, we're doing this. And then the Mariners didn't do it. So then I was like, all right, I guess we're going for the Dodgers. Because it was absolutely not the Toronto Blue Jays for me. I'm like, I cannot. We put up with a lot of abuse from them throughout the postseason. And it was like, I just can't. So, and I will say, people find this surprising, but I absolutely love and adore Mookie Betts, and I feel that way about Freddie. You know, even his walk off game one, like yes, even that.
Yeah,
Marcus Lynn.
PK.
Yeah, I mean they really are.
There's a lot of former Sox players that have been on the Dodgers recently, so
right.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Lesley, was there anything I know we're cutting short on time, but is there anything this year that really stood out to you? Is there any highlights that you want to bring up before the the series overall?
Just this last year, we were really thrilled with the moves that we made, especially picking up Crochet. Our war pig obviously was the best thing that's probably happened to the Red Sox in a while. Thanks, Loomer, for that name because it's really going to stick. I have the shirt and everything. Love it. Crochet was fantastic. And then Breggy. So please come back. We need him. And then just some of the moves they made afterwards, like Nathaniel Lowe, that really worked out at first base for the time that we had him.
Yeah.
But putting together the team that could actually do something to get you to the postseason, and obviously that worked really well for that first game as well. And then they just kind of fell apart. But
yeah,
Crochet is definitely the standout to me. That was just so incredibly exciting to pick him up. That he was just amazing to watch. I cannot even. Every time he came up, I was just like, we know we're winning. It's Crochet's on
one of my favorite memories has to do with both of your teams this year. Now, granted, winning the World Series is amazing, but I saw one of the best. So my nieces and nephews, a couple of them have never been to baseball games. We started taking them to baseball games. Some of them are married now, and we happened to meet them all in Boston this year for Yankees Red Sox game. And gosh, what inning was it, Lesley? It was maybe the 7th or 8th inning. 8th inning, I think. It was Crochet against Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge ended up winning the battle, ended up hitting that home run. But that was probably one of the best matchups of two elite athletes, because I want to say it was the 8th inning. Crochet had pitched over 100 pitches, and one of his last pitches that he threw to Aaron Judge was like 101 or something like that. And it was Crochet saying, I'm going to be a man and I'm going to give you the best that I got because I know that you're my last batter. And Aaron saying, hey, I'll take it. And
yeah,
it didn't matter who. Well, I mean, one person won the at bat, but it was such an awesome experience to watch that at bat. I mean, I sat there. I didn't care about the home run. I just sat there and I thought, man, I just watched something really special. And if you're not a diehard baseball fan, you thought, oh, Aaron just hit a home run, so what? No, it was a great at bat.
Yeah, those are the best kind to watch. I mean, no matter who's up and who's pitching and who's at the plate, battles like that, especially if you don't have a horse in the race, you don't really care who's winning the game. It's so much fun to watch. Now, again, you're just sitting there about to pray the rosary if Crochet's on the mound. So just gotta get that win for him. So yeah.
Yep. Okay, so just a couple of side notes. Number one, we're on every other week. Next, we'll be on in 2 weeks.
Yes.
On Wednesday. Actually, we'll probably do it on Tuesday because that Wednesday happens to be the 31st. So we'll be back on. Have another guest on. Please, by all means, you want to follow on X, Dirty Water Dispatch. You want to follow Lesley. You want to follow Top Fan Rivalry. And Jonna, where do they find you?
I guess I should have added that to this, huh? I'm at 90s Yanks Kid on Twitter. And then on Instagram, I'm at Babes Media, and you can
Babes
follow
Media.
me or my that page or my personal page from there.
Yeah. And if I had another hour, I could brag about Jonna and probably not even scratch the surface. What this lady's,
I could do the same for all of you. So
I mean, what she's accomplished in her career and what she's doing for women and women's voices in sports is absolutely amazing. And so I count it very lucky to call her a friend. I love doing this with you, Lesley. It's always fun to have people on. But we're looking forward to doing this again. So we want to remind everybody where to follow and that we'll be back in 2 weeks. We want to thank Dunkin' Donuts. We want to thank Handel's Ice Cream for their sponsorships with Top Fan Rivalry. We'll have more details coming soon on that. But ladies, I think we've done it pretty good tonight, don't you?
Yeah, it's been super fun.
Yes.
Thank you for having me. So fun.
You're welcome. Jonna, you're welcome back anytime when the season starts and we've got Yankees, Red Sox. We might bring you on back in.
That sounds great.
Bring you back for a rivalry series. It'll be fun.
Yes.
Maybe if either of our teams actually acquire anyone this offseason, then we can come back together before.
Again, Bres, just do something, man. Come on.
Oh my God, seriously. Something, please, before Christmas, before I lose my mind.
Can we see a little bit of love? Can we just acquire one person, please?
I mean, I will say, in 03, they did pick up Manny December 13th. It was pretty late. So there's still hope, but let's get it going.
Yeah. 100%. We want to thank everybody that listened in. Again, follow everybody on here. There's going to be a lot of baseball content coming up here pretty quick. I cannot wait for some of the things to happen. If, in fact, you want to be a guest on the show, reach out to either Lesley on her Twitter account or Top Fan Rivalry, or even, for that matter, Dirty Water Dispatch. You can reach out to them if you want to be a guest, and we'll send you an agenda and we'll get everybody on there. But for everybody that stayed up and watched, thank you so much, number one. And number two, and more important, very happy holidays. Have a very safe and happy Hanukkah and or Christmas, heck, or Festivus, if that's your...
For the rest of us.
thing, right? Festivus for the rest of us, right? So, but want to thank everybody for being on, and have a good night all.